Hello everybody. Today, the main objective of the project is to find the predictive is to perform predictive analysis for English Premier League soccer for the season 2017 to 2018. To perform the analysis, we needed the historical data. So we obtained the historical data for the past 10 years from 2007 to 2017 till date. We obtained data of all the matches played in the league of all the 20 teams and between them. We have considered few parameters as weights for us to predict the analysis. We plan to use this historical data, and with the help of the parameters, we plan to predict the season winner for the next upcoming season 2017 to 2018. So for the code, we initially imported the CSV module so that we can import the data from the historical data because the data was stored in a CSV format. We also need the matplotlib library to be installed because our results are going to be in graphical representation. And we import the NumPy module as well for us to perform the analysis. So initially, starting with the code, we create an empty dictionary so that we can save the records of the team in the dictionary from the data. The year command is given so that we can enter the year, and from that year, the data will be considered. Uh, the reason for doing this is we can perform different analysis for different set of years and perform a comparison so that we can validate our data in the future or for the past if necessary. So a for loop is created to read the files for a particular set of years, and from then on the year will be incremented, and the file name is given with a string in the year format so that it has no problem in reading. We then open the CSV file for reading, and the data is read from the CSV file. The header row in the CSV file is skipped uh, because of because they are available in the string format, and we are not accessing that. And to access all the rows, we create a for loop uh, in the dictionary format by considering all the parameters such as the games played, the games won, the games that has been drawn by the teams, the games lost, the goals scored, the shots on target by the home team, and the shots on target by the away team. We then uh, find the number of matches played for both the teams by incrementing, and similarly for goals of both the teams, and similarly for home shots on target, and similarly for the away shots on target, so that all the data from the start of the season is considered. We then find which teams have won and which teams have lost by incrementing the column, by incrementing the data in the column. Once that is done, we create separate empty lists for teams, wins, goals, least lost, least draws, most home shots on target, most away shots on target. The reason for doing so is these our analysis is going to be based on this, and we will be comparing data from these. So to calculate the winning ratio as well as the goal ratio for all the teams, a for loop was created so that all the data is covered, and the formulae for win ratio, goal ratio, uh, loss ratio, draw ratio is calculated. And once calculated, all these values are appended into the list that were created before the for loop. Once created, we find the teams with the highest wins ratio. Find the team with the highest wins ratio. We We introduce a variable called the max is equal to 0, and we assign the value 0 to it. We also perform the for loop, and if we find the score to be greater than the maximum value, which in this case is 0, we assign the value of the score as the maximum value. To find the highest number of wins by each team, we have assigned the value 0 to a variable I. So, and the value of I is incremented by 1 each time. So, once all the data is covered, we find the team with the highest number of wins, and this will give us the ratio of which team has the highest wins, which team has the highest goal ratio. A similar method is also being followed, and which team has the highest home shots on target, which team has the highest away shots on target, and also the minimum loss ratio. We also find the minimum draw ratio with this, and once all this is performed, we plot a figure using the matplotlib library, as I had mentioned earlier. We keep the values 211 here denote the scale of the graph, and plots separately for wins ratio is plotted, and with it is represented in the color blue, and the winner uh, the winner with the highest number of goals, we have assigned the color red so that it can be differentiated, and team with the minimum number of losses is assigned with green color, and the team with the maximum home shots on target is assigned with the color red. We again create a second subplot for the parameters highest wins, minimum draw, and maximum away shots on target, so that we can do a comparison for the two graphs between for the teams and their performances over the years. Here, what I have done is I have individually taken each graph and I have plotted it so that we can explain each of the results in a detailed manner. And it is a similar as I had explained earlier. And once both the plots are created, we end the code by plt.show, which will execute the program and will display the graphs for our interpretation. So on running the code, we get the following graphs. This is the win ratio for the past 10 years for all the teams. The names of the teams are in cluster because they are computer screen is not big enough to separate each thing. Once if we zoom into it, we will be able to see the name of each team. For example, I would try zooming in this value, and we will be able to see for each team. Similarly, for the maximum home team shots on target is interpreted, and similarly for the minimum loss chart. Minimum loss chart means the teams with the least number of losses and the teams with the least number of draws. And this is the graph which has the entire analysis of all the teams performed. On comparison with all the analysis, we have found out that Manchester United has the highest number of wins ratio, and we declare that Manchester United might be the winner for the season 2017 to 2018. Due to time constraints, we were not able to perform SVM or regression analysis, but doing so will give us more accurate values. One of the challenges faced in this was that each of the parameters constraint gave us each different team. This is because over the years, few teams might have performed in a very good manner and few teams might not have performed in a better manner. So since all these factors could not be considered here, we have taken the wins ratio as that has a major impact on the wins of the season. Thank you.